We're Bullingdon buddies, as blue as the blood is that courses through all of our veins. We're all well connected, well bred and selected, for breeding's much better than brains. We've all won life's lottery, top of the Tory tree, taken together a nice little coterie. Dave, George and old Boris, of course, the closest of comrades are we. We're the toss you can trust, we're the true upper crust, yes, the Bullingdon buddies are we.
Oh, Marina, Marina, mother of my children. Well, the ones I can remember anyway. Oh, Vanilla. Oh, Helen, my Helen of Troy. Jenny. Oh, Jenny. Ronnie, what are you doing in my dream? Why are you spoiling my lovely dream of those glorious Christmases past? Oh, is that Nicholas Sturgeon? And Priti Patel? Oh!
Hey, Boris, asleep on the job again. You useless upper-class layabout.
And so, I say unto you, my British people, now is the time for us to stand together as a nation, north and south, east and west, and even Wales. Oh, what a terrible dream! All those ghostly memories. What you doing with that exactly 2 metre long stick, Dom? Oh, how did it all go so wrong? Everything's going down. Brexit's in meltdown, the economy's in meltdown, the Northern Red Wall won't lock down, and the only things that are going up are COVID and our test and trace backlog.
Stop focusing on Christmases past, will you, and focus on the present, like nailing Keir Starmer, for example, or learning your own COVID rules would be a good start. Why do I have to put up with this? Dominic Cummings, specialist subject, covering Boris Johnson's backside. And me with a brain the size of a small planet.
Okay, Dom, you paranoid android spad.
I heard that.
Oh, so you have had your ears done at the same time, have you?
Pardon?
Well, we all heard the rumours about your trip up north to visit your second home. They were true, I suppose.
Look, you're due at the house in 10 minutes.
Oh, Carrie will take care of Wilfred. Changing nappies? That's women's work.
The House of Commons, you idiot. You know, the place that I send you to occasionally, just so you can appear to be accountable to our elected representatives.
Oh, PMQs, I hate having to stand and face that veggie liberal Jeremy.
No, he is the prehistoric past, not Christmas past. You've got clinical Keir now to deal with.
Well, you better be my Christmas present and give me some decent answers to this earpiece.
So you can appear to have, well, just the occasional grasp of detail then?
Look here, Dom. If you don't do what I say, the Daily Telegraph might just run that feature they have about certain visitors to the North Barnard Castle, in fact, which they seem to have acquired from some confidential government source.
Keir Starmer. This is just such rhetorical nonsense. It is. The shudder. Order! Order! Let's start off as we mean to go on.
I must absolutely refute everything that the Right Honourable Gentleman has said. Nothing is confusing, no one is confused. The tiers are, the rules are quite clear. The rule of three, I misspoke. The six tiers of wisdom are never in the field of epistemology, Esperanto, or healthcare.
It is perfectly possible to support track and trace and point out the problems. And standing up every week saying it's a stunning success is kidding no one.
Once again, Captain Hindsight. I promised the British people a world-beating track and trace system back in April, and the government has delivered it for just 10 million.
10 billion.
Just 10 billion pounds, which would have been cheap at twice the price. And Liverpool is now world-beating in terms of COVID catching. Testing.
Go Churchillian, you muppet.
But we shall never surrender to COVID. We shall fight it with the beaches, not Brighton or Blackpool, of course, because those particular ships have sailed. But for Christmas, I can promise you blood, sweat, and
tears,
temperature, and persistent cough, and loss of taste.
Tears, sweat, and tears.
3 tears.
Oh. Yes, 3 tears for Boris Johnson. Hip, hip, forget it. Tell them the 3 things they're supposed to remember.
Yes, never forget to scoop it, bag it, and bin it.
No, that's for dog shit, like your brain.
Look right, and right again.
No, that's road safety, you nitwit.
Hands, face, and space.
I've given this dimwit more briefs than Calvin Klein. I mean, Lawrence the Downing Street cat could do a better job than this.
And I thought being PM was going to be such a lark. Nobody told me it was going to be hard work and having to answer a lot of hard questions.
Well, for a quid pro quo, I could make the future a bit easier for you, Prime Minister.
Quid pro quo, Latin tag. Now you're talking my language.
A future where you reign supreme, where you are hailed as a deity, where the civil service is finally under your control, where HS2 has been started.
Tell me more. How do I attain this nirvana, O ghost of Christmas future?
By handing over the Barnard Castle files.
Damn you, Dominic, you drive a hard bargain.
It's 2034 and world temperatures are still increasing as climate change continues unabated. Trump is the dear leader of the US and Boris Johnson has just been re-elected for a record 5th term as PM. COVID has finally gone, Scotland has been taken over by the north of England and Wales is now populated exclusively by sheep. HS2 still hasn't started and the bill is now £400 billion and rising. Ladies, gentlemen and other android life forms, the Prime Minister of the Home Counties is here to answer your questions. Within reason, the Prime Minister. Right, let's have the first question. You at the back over
Now
there.
that the election is done, what's your next move?
The Prime Minister should be allowed to answer this question in his own time. No point in making false early promises that are not delivered now, is there? Next question.
Why didn't you do anything about climate change?
The Prime Minister isn't willing to answer the question at this time, thank you.
On the contrary, I'm quite willing to answer that question.
I was mistaken. The Prime Minister is willing to answer that question. So, next question.
There have been rumours.
Well, I'm sorry, rumours are actually banned under the 2032 Press Freedom Act. Thank you very much. Next question.
This one's for the Prime
Aren't
Minister.
we all?
Excuse me, I'm quite capable of answering any question which is posed to me.
I'm sorry, the Prime Minister is quite capable of answering questions, so fire away. Let's test out his prime ministerial brain then, shall we? But please keep it simple, otherwise we'll be here all night.
My efforts on climate change
Are entirely immaterial.
In the 200 years since the Industrial Revolution, the British people have conjoined
With each other,
with each other in search of
freedom, democracy,
deep-fried
Mars bars,
Mars bars,
and Greg's sausage rolls. It's incredible, isn't it?
It's incredible, isn't it?
That a numpty such as this should ever become the Prime Minister.
We're pulling down bodies as blue as the blood is that courses through all of our veins. We're all well connected, well bred and selected for breeding's much better than brains. We've all won life's lottery, top of the Tory tree.